You were never chasing money. You were chasing a lie disguised as value, a piece of paper, a number on a screen, and without even knowing, you were put under a spell. Since childhood, the world around you repeated the same sacred chant: earn more, buy more, be more, not knowing. They were casting the oldest spell of all, the illusion that power lives outside of you. Money is not wealth. It is a symbol, a shared hallucination. It only has value because billions believe it does. It's not printed power, it's borrowed belief. This is the spell, not one spoken by witches, but a belief planted in the soil of your mind. You believed this symbol had the power you lacked, so you gave your true power away chasing it. But the paper was never the source. You were. And so you run, exchanging your time, energy, peace for paper, chasing numbers that can never touch the truth of who you are. But now the spell is breaking. You're beginning to see the real game is not chasing symbols. It's keeping and expanding your energy, creating value from within, not begging for it from outside. Because when your energy is aligned, you don't need to chase money. Value flows from you. In this video, we're going to break the illusion, recode the truth, and reclaim the power to create true wealth. Not from effort, but from essence. There has always been a shared value among awakened beings, a wealth not made of gold or paper, but of presence, insight, creative energy. This wealth is alive. It flows, it multiplies, it expands naturally, not by chasing, but by knowing. By the one who truly knows themselves in that state of wholeness. When you are in that knowing, you become a current, and wealth flows through you like breath through lungs. You give, you receive, you radiate. But the system could not control this kind of power, so it created an illusion, a trap. To hijack your inner wealth, they needed you to forget it was inside you, so they built a mirror world. One filled with symbols, paper money, brand names, golden gates, status badges, symbols you could see, symbols you could chase, symbols that whispered, "This will give you what you feel is missing." But nothing was missing. You were already whole, already powerful, already connected to the source of all abundance. And yet your gaze was pulled outward, from truth to token, from essence to imitation. This is how the hijack happens. Not by force, but by redirection. They didn't take your power, they simply got you to spend it elsewhere. You didn't just lose money, you lost energy, you lost direction, you lost connection to the infinite wealth that lives within you. This truth was hidden from you. What is yours will reach you when you are in your true state, not by striving but by aligning, not by running but by remembering. Because the real richness does not come from the outside in, it comes from the inside out. True richness is not in having, it is in being, not in the number in your account, but in the frequency of your field. The system wants you to see reality through the lens of Newtonian physics, a world of separate objects, fixed values, and predictable forces. In that model, wealth exists out there. You must move through space, work harder, reach it, then you will become valuable. But this is the great illusion, because we no longer live in Newton's world. We now understand reality as a quantum field, a unified sea of vibrating energy where particles don't have fixed positions. They exist in a state of probability, shaped by observation and intention. Quantum physics, especially through experiments like the double-slit experiment, shows us this. Consciousness affects matter. What you expect, observe, and embody begins to take form. In a quantum reality, you are not separate from value. You are the field, you are the vibration, and the energy you hold determines what you collapse into your life experience. This is not metaphor. This is scientific reality. In 1982, physicist Alain Aspect demonstrated quantum entanglement, proving that particles separated by vast distances can still instantly affect one another. This shows we are deeply connected. There is no true separation between you and what you seek. In 2004, studies in quantum coherence began to confirm that your heart and brain emit electromagnetic fields that interact with the environment, meaning your emotional state literally influences how energy behaves around you. So now the illusion shatters. You don't have to walk miles to earn value from something outside you. You carry the generator inside you. The field responds to who you are being, not just what you're doing. True richness, then, is your alignment, your frequency, your remembrance that everything you truly seek is already encoded in your vibration. And when you shift from chasing matter to directing energy, the game changes. You're no longer a beggar in a fixed world. You become a conductor in a unified field. You no longer wait for wealth, you radiate it. So what is this frequency in the unified field? It's not just a feeling, not just a vibration. It's the state of consciousness that arises when you finally remember you are not a fragment in a vast universe. You are a living expression of the source itself. And that knowing is the truest form of wealth. Because as long as you see yourself as small, a separated mind chasing external things, you stay locked in the illusion. You move like a beggar in a world you think is bigger than you. But the moment you see clearly that you are not outside the power, you are inside it, made of it, and one with it, everything shifts. This shift in perception is the real turning point. Your inner world reorganizes, your nervous system relaxes. You stop trying to become someone and start being the frequency that creates, and the quantum field listens, because it's not reacting to your goals, it's responding to your identity. You, your thoughts, your emotions, your body, are fields of frequency. This field of yours interacts with the whole, constantly. But the deepest frequency isn't just what you feel, it's what you know yourself to be. So when you know you are source in expression, when you know your being is infinite, not lacking, when you know there is no big or small, only alignment or misalignment, that frequency begins to reshape your reality. And suddenly the things you once called big, $10,000, $1 million, even $1 billion, they shrink because you've expanded. Now you see, they were never big. You were just seeing yourself as small, but now you know. And from this knowing, you act, you speak, you build, you give, you command, not to chase wealth, but to let your field generate it through the power of alignment. This is the end of the seeker. This is the rise of the co-generator. Now that you've remembered who you truly are, not a seeker, not a fragment, but a source point in the field, the only task left is this: live from the frequency of your knowing, over and over until your nervous system, your breath, and your choices become the echo of that truth. Here are the 5 steps to become energy rich, to stop chasing value and start radiating it. 1. Withdraw the projection. Stop imagining that value exists outside of you. Every time you think, if I had that, I'd be enough, you abandon your throne. Bring your gaze home. Nothing out there can give you what you are already made of. 2. Enter inner stillness. Stillness isn't silence, it's alignment. When you're constantly stimulated, scrolling, reacting, thinking, you disconnect from your true frequency. You absorb the world's noise instead of broadcasting your own signal. But in stillness, something miraculous happens. Your field recalibrates. You begin to feel your own rhythm again, not the world's projection. and in that clarity, your energy becomes magnetic. Stillness is the space where power returns to its source. 3. Breathe into the core. Your breath is your anchor to the unified field. Each deep, conscious breath reconnects you to truth. Feel the center of your chest, your heart's field, and breathe into it with the knowing, I am already whole. Science shows that when your breath, heart, and thoughts are in coherence, your electromagnetic field becomes ordered, and the world begins to organize around you. 4. Repeat the frequency of truth. Repeat not just affirmations, but deep inner confirmations of who you are. I am one with the source of value. I radiate the energy that shapes my world. I do not need, I know. Each repetition deepens your vibration. Each action from this place expands the field. 5. Give from overflow. Real abundance is not held, it's expressed. When you feel rich in being, giving becomes natural, not to earn love, not to manipulate energy, but because you are too full to hoard. Give ideas, give presence, give excellence. The field will multiply it. The world will reflect it. This is how energy-rich people live, not from hustle, but from truthful coherence, not from chasing, but from radiating. And wealth, opportunities, alliances, resources, they come because you stopped begging reality to save you, and you started remembering you are reality creating itself.